I would get young people involved with entrepreneurship. I would get young people involved with construction. I would get young people involved with demolition. I would get young people involved with painting, with engineering, with plumbing, with all these different things that we have.
And we're definitely not gatekeeping. It's not a gatekeeping move. It's a recipe.
One of the things I believe we definitely need to do concerning the blight and the redevelopment of our communities, I think that a lot of people are not privy to how it works. With us having property or land ourselves, we were sent to different places. We were sent to different offices. Different people were telling us one thing, somebody else was telling us something else. So one of the first thing I would do would be to put together a comprehensive type of workshop for landowners, for people that own the properties that may be considered blight, or people that own parcels of land that have nothing on them. And I will make this something that would not just be a live in person, but it's something that people can tap into technically. It's something we can put on in pamphlets. And so everybody, we would disseminate it different ways. It wouldn't just be, you need to be at this meeting or else, you missed it, because I think the ignorance, which means not to know, is part of the problem.
Yeah.
I truly believe that. The second thing is that we would work with different levels of government, not just the city, not just the state, but also the counties, and also any outside, I guess I say organizations or entity that we could benefit from working with. Like there are several companies that are in Jackson as far as landowners that don't live in Jackson. And for some reason, they purchased this land. I think even some type of questionnaire being sent out to landowners saying, what do you intend to do with this property? Because a lot of times we're waiting to see what they're going to submit to the city council. You got to get it approved and all that. Well, some people may have had an intention for something, and maybe they had a hardship, or maybe they just didn't have all the information they needed, or maybe they went through one of those situations to where they never could find out the proper information. Like I said in the beginning, when we first went down and started talking about our properties, we were getting mixed zoning. We were getting 3 different offices telling us 3 different things. Yeah. And so I think it is a level of comprehension. Well, I was going to go back to my first 3 things. Is it somebody's idea, and are they willing to work with other people? Do they have the capacity to understand the comprehension of it? And then last but not least, can they work together? So those are the 3 approaches that I would take concerning the blight. I would get young people involved. I would get young people involved with the purchasing of property. I would get young people involved with entrepreneurship. I would get young people involved with construction. I would get young people involved with demolition. I would get young people involved with painting, with engineering, with plumbing, with all these different things, with being an architect, maybe drawing out plans. It's somewhat like the music industry. At one point, everyone wanted to be an artist, and some artists did not understand that there is a producer, there is a writer, there is a camera guy, there's a videographer, there's an editor, there's a publisher, there's mechanical royalties. There are all these different things that you could actually still be a successful music producer in, not just a person that is rapping and holding a microphone. And so that's the same thing with owning land and the situation of the blight, and being able to say, how can we take this now, and how can we now involve youth, which would deter the crime and the violence, and again, put them in front of some things they may not have been exposed to. Who knows? You may show them how to read a tape measure, and they may be the next big developer that Jackson has ever seen, because we put a tape measure in their hand. And then also showing them how you can make money from demo, or haul offs, as you call it. You go and demo this building. People are getting paid for that. So I think the knowledge, taking a campaign approach to get the knowledge out online, through social media, pamphlets, Zoom calls, seminars, workshops, presentations to the community, that did you know these options are available for your property if you found yourself at a standstill, or if your property has dilapidated, or if you find yourself the air property. Sometimes the family members are arguing over it. well, would you guys consider doing something for the community on it, since it's just sitting here and you guys don't know who's going to own it or whatever? Would you guys sign off on the community, on it being a community center in your family's name? It's so many different ways that we can approach this. And so I don't want to take all the time. Honey, do you have anything?
Yeah. So everything that Benny is saying, we have a comprehensive plan, and it's organized. So those suggestions, the ideas that he spoke
Well, I'm being
about,
kind of light because I don't want to share our
yeah.
detailed plans.
Yeah,
we do not want to share our detailed plans because we know that there's a certain way that we need to do it.
Right.
And that will include those people that it will include when it's time to do it.
Absolutely.
So we just don't want to put it out there now knowing that we are campaigning for a position that we would be able to have the resources and the wherewithal to make it happen. Simply like within a matter of weeks, we can put some things in motion to answer this. But then while campaigning, we don't want to just give the intel.
Right.
Of everything that we have.
And we're definitely not gatekeeping. It's not a gatekeeping move. It is it's a recipe. And it's like your grandma who has this secret sauce, right? And it's a secret because it belongs to her, and she does it with love, care, and consideration.
She'll teach it, but you got to take time with the grandma.
Right.
You got to take time with the grandma.
We'll teach it.
So we'll teach it. We'll show it.
Take time. Yes, absolutely. So that is the solution. The solution is to get young people involved, definitely have a specific strategy involved, and to get the community and other community organizations involved too, because one of the things that we realize is that the outside does have an impact on your inside, like your neighborhood, the trash that's there, if it looks bad, if the grass is high, those type things do something to your psyche. They make you feel bad if it's not taken care of.
Especially if you call it home.
So if you are experiencing blight in your community, it's nothing that contributes to the good endorphins that you feel from day to day. So if that is something that's taken care of, it changes the psyche. It changes the psychology of the neighborhood, and people are apt that if their neighborhood is clean, not to throw trash out or to pick their trash up. Absolutely. If they've made a mistake.
Absolutely.
Or to knock on a neighbor's door and say, hey, Miss Sue, we noticed that your grass is a little higher than it usually is. Is there something that we can do to help you out with this? Sense of community and taking care of your neighbor. But that's also intentional. We have to be intentional about doing those things and doing them thoughtfully.
Being realistic, the incumbent, the Honorable Mr. Benny Thompson, has been in office for 32 years. He's seen some come, he's seen some go. And I know that he has established relationships. Yet I also know that there are some more relationships that can be established because of the position that we're in with that status that I'd rather not even repeat again. We're trying to not say what a Google search says about the 2nd Congressional District. And just for clarity, it says that we're one of the poorest districts in the state and the nation. And so I will make it my business to meet and greet as many people as possible concerning powerful partnerships that could bring about more resources, more funding, more opportunity for the 2nd Congressional District. It's not hard to understand that a lot of times we are one relationship away from more opportunity, more funding, more resources, more grants, more information that can lead us to being a solution. So again, we give kudos for the time and for the effort for 32 years. Additionally, we ask that Mr. Thompson pass the torch so we can reimagine Mississippi, that we can possibly rekindle some relationships, that we can possibly renew some relationships, that we can possibly even create some new relationships, maybe some relationships that he may not have been able to establish. Um, Maybe there are some people that we can connect with on another level that could bring more resources and more ability in. It's not even a maybe. I know that there is. I know that there is. I know that there are other relationships. I know that some people have not been able to get through, get meetings, sit down with, talk to the appropriate people. And my approach is to make sure that I take opportunity, time, and chance to meet with as many people as possible, no matter what entity or organization they are part of. If I have to sit down and talk to someone that is of a different party about bettering the people of the second congressional district, I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that like not even a second thought. Now, if it's something that's not going to benefit our people, and if it's something going to bring hurt, harm, or danger to us, or put us further behind the eight ball, of course, that would be a resounding, um, no, or not at this time. But if it's something that can bring benefits, if it's something that can bring resources, if it's something that can help us change that status, I definitely would be open to it. And so my answer would be that we have to build stronger relationships. We have to have more courageous conversations, and we have to also build our teams, build our teams to capacity to where there is some type of impasse or there is some type of difficulty or challenge, that there is wise counsel that I can sit down with and say, well, they're saying this, and I don't. And then someone in my council may say, well, that's not really what that means. And maybe we can go back and look at it this way. So those are some of the solutions that I can offer. Now, I don't know what Mr. Thompson can offer, because only Mr. Thompson can offer those I guess I say responses in a way that he would offer them. But as for Benny Foster, I look to build more relationships. I look to have more courageous conversations, and I look to build an advisory team that could help us practically work through anything.
Our goal here, honestly, is to reimagine Mississippi. It begins there. It begins with the hope of what is absolutely possible for the future of Mississippi. And all of those things do not begin after the election, but it begins right now with where we are. And I know for a fact that the short time that I've been in Mississippi, that there is impact that is definitely possible. And we have already started. It doesn't start after the election, it begins right now. So, getting into the community, providing solutions, providing answers, bringing people together, providing the adequate resources, and mobilizing the leaders are part of the greater mission for Reimagine Mississippi.
Again, my name is Benny Foster Jr. I am a candidate for the Mississippi 2nd Congressional District for the state of Mississippi. This district has fallen behind on so many different levels, have been underserved and overlooked. I've come to make impact. I've come to make impact by sharing methods, strategies, systems, great success systems. See, great success is not a secret, it's a system. And even with the word impact itself, what inspires a community? What can they master? What can they produce and discover purpose in? How can they align it with principles that will produce productivity time after time after time? How can they be creative with that? And how can they transform their own situation? That's what impact means for me. And I've come to impact your life, not as a leader that says, follow me, I have all the answers, but a person that can help facilitate and galvanize and bring change to your life in areas that you need. Be a support system, be a coach, be a motivator, be a person that you can get on the line and know that once you hang up that phone, that things are in motion to help you and your community. Not just someone that when you meet with them and you leave, you don't know whether they're going to help you or not. So this is just my opportunity to share with you who I am. If you have questions about who I am, please reach out to me. You can contact us through the wwebsite, which is reimaginems.info. Again, the word reimagine, MS for Mississippi.info, or you can give us a call at 601-868-5557. And I just want you to reimagine Mississippi with us. It's not that hard. A conversation, a meeting with you and some of your leaders, and we'll be well on the way to you changing your situation in your community. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you learn more about ReIMAGINE Mississippi. Benny and Lisa Foster. Thank you.